Someone is publishing the names and addresses of LGBTQ organizers in Russia, and now one of those organizers has been killed in a brutal knife attack. Right-wing activists attacked a pride march in Poland last week ahead of upcoming elections, and a surprising number of Canadians wants to take away the freedom to marry. We'll have the week's top LGBTQ news and actions you can take on Weekly Debrief. Thanks to everyone who makes Weekly Debrief possible with the pledge of support on Patreon. Head over to patreon.com/mattbaum or click the link in the description to support the show and get rewards. Someone in Russia has published a list of LGBTQ activists and their addresses, encouraging citizens to hunt them down and kill them. Within just a few days of the list's appearance, one person on it was stabbed to death. Police have now arrested a suspect, but LGBTQ organizers, along with the Council of Europe, are calling for a more extensive investigation, not just into this one murder, but into who's behind the hit list published online. A pride march in Poland was marred by right-wing violence last week, spurred by politicians who condemned the march. Poland's Conservative Law and Justice Party has ramped up homophobic rhetoric ahead of parliamentary elections in October, with one archbishop predicting a rainbow plague if queer people are allowed to peaceably assemble. And just in case you thought homophobia was confined to conservative countries, this week a survey showed that a third of Canadians feel that same-sex couples should have their right to marry taken away. Only 64% of respondents said that marriage equality should be legal in Canada. A similar figure, around 64%, favored inclusive sex education in schools. Also this week, the Utah Supreme Court struck down a law that barred same-sex couples from making arrangements with surrogate parents. Under existing Utah law, couples can only form surrogacy arrangements if one of them is a woman who is medically unable to carry children. A judge ruled that gay couples are therefore blocked from forming such arrangements, but now the state Supreme Court has ruled that the law is unconstitutional. Discriminatory and needs to change. This week's action item: with rising violence and hate crimes in Poland, now's an important time to support the work of activists on the ground. Head over to lambdawarszawa.org and follow them on social media, sign up for the newsletter, and donate if you're able. As always, let me know about stories that need covering at Matt Baum on Twitter and in the YouTube comments. And if you find these videos helpful, head over to patreon.com/mattbaum or click the link in the description to pledge your support and help keep these videos coming. And I'll debrief you next week.